Welcome to another episode of Entrepreneurs and Fuego. We're documenting the journey of amazing entrepreneurs like Cynthia, Sassi. With, you got like 20,000 businesses. I'm just kidding. She knew I was going to do that, right? FabulousArizona.com.
Yes.
What does Fabulous Arizona do?
It is a local lifestyle online publication.
Yep.
So it has an event calendar. It promotes different events going on in town. It promotes restaurants, resorts, spas, you name it. If it's going on in town, it's on Fabulous Arizona. So it's a great resource for locals and people from out of town looking for things to do, places to eat, that sort of stuff.
How does one find out about Fabulous Arizona?
Hopefully through my networking and Google, perhaps. But yeah, there's a lot of different ways that I try to get the word out about it.
You strike me as the consummate entrepreneur. For some reason, I get a feeling that you've always been an entrepreneur.
Yes, it's funny because I was actually telling this story the other day about how when I was asked in grade school what I wanted to be when I grew up, I said I wanted to be the President of the United States. So I've always, shot high. But even when I was working at Dairy Queen in high school, I was already looking at the, like P&Ls and the cost of, the product versus, what we were selling it for. And I knew at a young age that at some point I was going to have to own my own business.
And here you are. So did you ever work for corporate America?
I sure did.
All right.
I've had a lot of different jobs. The jobs that I've worked best in and lasted the longest in were jobs where I was working, directly with the owner of the business and was able to have my hands on a lot of different things. I've had a few corporate jobs that I've never lasted more than about 3 to 6 months. Right. I don't do well being, put in a box or a silo. Right. I don't like being told that something's not my job. Right. If I see an opportunity for something in a department that may not be mine, I like to have the opportunity to voice that and express that. And a lot of the corporate businesses just weren't so interested.
Did you ever stop and think, all right, what is that fuels my fire? What is that gets me up in the morning? What is it?
Well, Fabulous Arizona in particular, I'm super passionate about because for me, it's helping small businesses and helping, small business owners achieve their dreams. And so if that's, if I'm able to help them via Fabulous Arizona, let consumers know about their business, whether they're a gym owner or they open their own salon, right. If I can help get the word out about their business and make their dreams come true, that's really rewarding for me.
And that business has been in existence for how long?
5 years is actually, or April is our 5-year anniversary.
The biggest challenge as the owner of Fabulous Arizona, what is it?
Well, I think any small business owner, that I've spoken to probably has the same issue of you really wish you could clone yourself. It's incredibly difficult to find ways to grow, financially, right. And in a way that, trying to train people to do what you do, especially when it's your baby, it's hard to let some of those things go. But it's definitely challenging. The growing pains are challenging.
Finding somebody that is like you is truly almost impossible.
Right, and I understand. I understand that, yeah.
And we laugh a little bit because Taylor, who is our videographer, she owns a phenomenal company, video company, which is phenomenal, Financial Potion, and she teaches one of these classes, Clone Yourself. Mm-hmm. And how do you clone yourself? That's a class that she teaches.
Well, I need to go take that.
Trust me, it's phenomenal. It's
okay.
Phenomenal. But it's very difficult. As a business owner, that's a huge challenge. Mm-hmm. And as an entrepreneur, I'm sure that you have the desire to, all right, this is my baby, I'm doing this thing, but you have that itch, I want to do something else. There's another business that I want to do.
Well, there's not necessarily another business I want to do, but there's just more I want to do with Fabulous Arizona. I see how big it could be if I had more resources and,
Resources in terms of people, in terms of financial resources?
Both.
Okay.
Yes, both. So, I have other pieces of my business that I work on that help pay the bills. And so working on those takes away from, growing Fabulous Arizona. So it kind of, I wonder if I were working full time in Fabulous Arizona, where could it be already? So that's challenging. The other thing that I find incredibly challenging is all of the, you have to wear every hat. So all the things that I've learned over the last, few years about accounting and legal and all that stuff that I've never wanted to know anything about. now.
Right.
It's your job as an entrepreneur. I mean, you have to know about those things to run your business. So that's been very eye-opening and quite a journey.
And it is a journey. It doesn't stop.
Correct.
And where do you want to be, though, in the next 3-5 years? Where do you see yourself at?
Well, right now, Fabulous Arizona, I'm kind of the face of it. And, by me networking a lot and being everywhere in town, a lot of people know me. And so I'm trying to leverage my personal popularity to continue to push Fabulous Arizona ahead so that at some point I can have a team of people running Fabulous Arizona and I don't have to be so everywhere all the time. I can kind of start working a little more behind the scenes and not be running around town. I'm like literally at every event every night of the week, and it's hopefully someday I'm not still single and maybe have kids or something. I don't know. So at some point I'm trying to plan ahead and be strategic and smart about how I'm growing my business so that at some point I can have a little more balance in my life than I do now.
What do you do for fun?
What is that?
Exactly. It was a trick question, man.
And the thing is, I love my business so much
Right.
that working 24/7 is, I love it. I would not trade it for anything. Fortunately, my job has a lot of fun aspects of it, such as attending events and stuff like that. So I usually, invite, when I want to spend time with friends, they'll be my +1 to events or something. So that's how I, kill two birds with one stone. I'm doing work and spending time with, friends.
Can you turn it off at some point?
No. Can any entrepreneur turn it off?
Yes. Yes, the answer is yes.
Because it's very difficult to not think about everything that you have going on 24/7. It's difficult. I will say the only time that I do turn off is working out. That's my release.
There it is.
So.
And that hour or that hour and a half, it's yours.
Yes.
And hopefully you don't have the phone with you when you're working
Correct.
out.
That's the only time
You
I'm
don't
away
have to
from.
answer.
That's the only time I'm away from the phone because with social media and because I'm doing internet marketing,
tempting.
it's very everything's on the phone, on the internet. I'm very accessible.
And even
So.
and that's cool because even if it is 3-5 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, just to turn it off. Yeah, you may be thinking about business, but you're doing something, you're doing an activity that is not related to your business.
Right.
And that's so cool.
Yeah.
We talk to just phenomenal life coaches. We interview some incredible people here in the show. And the reason that I asked that is because there are some women entrepreneurs who actually teach successful women such as yourself to turn it off.
Right.
It just blew my mind. I mean,
Yeah.
can you actually turn it off? And the answer is yes. I mean, and at some point, it's very, very healthy, right? Because then you get re-energized, much like the feeling we get right after workout.
Right. And I've been working on my business for 5 years, but I went full-time self-employed a little over a year ago.
Yep.
And so I feel like with it being so fresh, now is the time to be giving it 110% and in hopes that at some point there'll be, an opportunity to have a little more balance. So that's what I'm working towards.
You have a magic wand right now, wave it. What is it that you would want in your business like right now, today?
Fabulous Arizona would be the #1 resource for everything in Arizona for consumers and businesses. That would be it.
It can be.
Yeah.
It can be.
And that's the plan.
And that's the plan. And
Yes.
I tell you, I mean, this show is all about entrepreneurship. We have an incredible following, and hopefully we can help you get there. Because this is all about entrepreneurship. This is all about your journey, man.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I'm actually celebrating the 5-year anniversary of Fabulous Arizona on April 1st with a big party. It'll be a really good time, and I'm really excited about it. So.
It's off the hook, man. I'm telling you. And
Yeah.
hopefully we'll get an invitation to it. I mean,
Absolutely.
I don't know. It sounds to be like an important party. I don't know.
If you're anybody, you will be there.
That's the problem. We're like a couple of steps below anybody.
Stop.
You're fun, man. You're fun. So,
Well, thank you.
do you have a headquarters? Do you specialize in a specific area? That's what I want to ask you. Like Scottsdale, or
Well,
do you Phoenix, or you do the whole Phoenix area?
Initially, because it was just me, it was very Scottsdale heavy because that's where I live.
Sure.
But I have writers in all different parts of town now, so I can send them to different restaurants, different events in all parts of town, so I can start covering them. And this year I'll be also branching out into Tucson because it is Fabulous
Nice.
Arizona after all.
It
So
is.
it
Yeah,
should
yeah,
be reaching everything. And at some point I do, want to continue to hit Flagstaff and Sedona and all that. So it's just expanding and getting those resources in the different areas to help contribute, because I can't be everywhere, unfortunately.
You're just a vase of energy, man. I love your energy.
Thank you.
I
love what I do, so it's
shows.
easy to get excited
awesome.
about it.
Yeah. I mean, your face lights up and everything else you talk
Yeah.
about, and we appreciate that.
Yeah.
We definitely want you to come back again and let us know how you're doing and how we can help Fabulous Arizona get their more clients, get more members, and you're helping small businesses. We're helping small businesses.
Yes.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah. At the end of the day, that's really what drives me, and my passion is helping those small business owners. It's really rewarding.
Best advice you got?
For entrepreneurs, aspiring entrepreneurs, you better be passionate about whatever it is that you decide to do, because if you're not, it's going to be really difficult to put in the hours that it really takes to make something successful.
We try to de-glamorize the idea that entrepreneurship is so easy. You take the blue pill, you wake up in a couple of weeks, there's the red Ferrari right there on your doorstep. It's nothing like that, is it?
Well, no, not at all. And I have a lot of friends that, maybe they work the 9 to 5 and they're like, oh, you're so lucky. You get to go to the gym at the middle of the day or do this. But they don't get to see that I'm working, till 2 a.m. most days and weekends, and, they don't get to see that part of it. So they like to glamorize the pieces of the flexibility in my schedule, but with that means, you're working many other hours that most people are not.
It's a lot of sacrifice, and that's part of what we're trying to convey in the show. That look, there's somebody out there that is watching the show and going, I'd like to be that. I'd like to be her. I'd like to be. Right. But there is a hard work that is accompanied with that. There's sacrifice that needs to be made. Yeah,
and I've had actually recently a handful of people come to me wanting to kind of do what I'm doing, and they want to know how can I do this? And obviously, I don't want to help my competition, but really what it comes down to is I have put in the hours and to network and meet all of these business owners and become this resource for people, and so I've put in that time. So somebody can't expect to just make that happen overnight. I've put 5 years into being everywhere, supporting everybody I can, and just making it known what Fabulous Arizona is and building those relationships and those connections with the business owners.
Much respect.
Yeah, thank you.
With that, Taylor, April the 1st. If you get to be
I will send you guys an invite.
Somewhat important, you might get an invitation. Get that. And I'll be there. With that, we're out.